Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for taking a break from watching the Game Awards, which is literally live right now, and I didn't realize it until I was like, oh shit, I should probably stop watching the Game Awards and go live. Welcome to Mostly Walking! Hey, Lee, how the hell
Hey,
are you?
welcome.
Hey,
It's me. It's Lee.
how is
It's
Lee? How is
Lee
Lee
is good.
B?
Lee is doing pretty good. I had one of those we live in the future moments today.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, I did because I was wearing these headphones that are like the little like earbud ones. They're not the
Yeah,
Apple ones, but they're like the other ones that they go in your head and you listen
sure.
to music. It sounds really good. And I walked home, walked up to my room, and took my coat off. Took out my
As
phone,
as you
did like
do, yeah.
bloop 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 bloop, and like shot the music like out of my ears, like onto like the Bluetooth speakers in my room,
Oh,
and
that's a
just
good
like
feeling.
took the headphones off. It was like, oh yeah, we do live in the future. I just uh,
Yeah, yeah.
I just teleported my music over to my computer.
Oh, dude, I did that. I was making eggs in
Yeah.
my kitchen, and I was like, when I get back to my computer, which is of course where I always eat my breakfast, I want to
Yes.
have this song playing. So I opened Spotify on my phone and started to play it from my computer in the other room. But you can't really hear it from the kitchen because it's sort of like through a concrete wall. So I like walk and just like slowly walked towards the magic that I had caused to occur via the Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
God, that's
Um,
so good.
so I work on Google Home and Alexa stuff. So hi Alexa, you should.
Yeah.
Okay, so I work on those things, which means that like I have a development account. Like when I go on Spotify on my work computer, it's tied to like various devices because
Yeah.
it has discovered them and absorbed them. So I definitely like started playing some electronic music out of the Alexa at work next to my friend Jesse's desk while I was working from home. It was
That's excellent.
it just starts. Yeah.
God damn. I actually want to know what these conversations were like in the 1800s. Ooh, were these like, it's like, I got upon my wagon and I instructed the horse to go, and then I sat there and we went, and it's like, oh, the
Okay.
technology of stirrups.
Okay. We have gone a little backwards though because I read about this thing that you used to be able to do,
Yeah.
which was you'd have your horse and cart and you'd take it into town, and you'd go to the bar and you would just get blitzed. You'd get totally super drunk. You
Nice,
get
nice.
back on the horse or the cart and you start the horse going, and then you just fall asleep and the horse just walks you home.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, like, I was
Right?
having this conversation with my brother where, like, people in the future, when there's self-driving cars, they're just gonna get absolutely, like, shit-faced drunk and go, oh, they're gonna get in their Tesla and the doors are gonna shut and they're going, oh, and their Tesla's gonna be like, brrr, driving them home, man.
I mean, there's also like they're already ready for the automated car sex too. That's coming. That's gonna happen.
Automated car sex,
Um,
is this where, like, two cars together produce a third car via sexual reproduction?
it's like Minecraft. They just
Yeah.
rub against each other, and there's hearts that come out, and then it's just like, and then a little one is like,
Yeah. They touch exhaust pipes, and when they fall away, a smaller car there, like the size of like a toy RC car, and it begins to just grow.
they yeah, it's the trunk opens and a little car comes out.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and they put their exhaust tailpipes together and they
Yeah.
exhaust back and forth forever.
Exhaust back and forth. Oh, that's a reference I haven't heard in a long time. Exhaust back and forth. That's so grand. Oh man, if I go down this rabbit hole, we're never actually going to introduce our game of the day, which I'm so excited
Oh.
about. This is a visual novel called "Don't Forget Our Esports Dream," and it's a visual novel about Brood War Pro Gaming. As you can see, there is the command center in the background with the SCVs returning minerals to it. You may know the
Oh
developers of
yeah.
this, Team 11. They were the developers of SC2VN, just the StarCraft 2 visual novel. So this is a prequel to that, as of course Brood War occurs before StarCraft 2. And the thing is, I know the developer of this. His name's Shindigs! He's in chat right now! I've known him for a long time, because he and I have forever been Brood War diehards, man. Oh! And I'd like to think that this is me getting the chance to live out my fantasy of being a B-dub pro gamer from my youth. So I'm excited to check this little puppy out. Yeah.
So I want to know something already, which is that in that first screen, we see one of those classic high school rollout AV carts. So are we watching? So is this a DVD of just a single, very sort of zoomed in StarCraft screen, or what are we looking at here?
I assume that we are looking at a public broadcast of a Brood War competitive match.
Okay.
That is being displayed to a classroom, as is the case in no schools in America.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
But that's okay. This is a dream. This is our esports dream.
Yeah, no, they're like, we can't show any video games to children because it might make them violent. Now, let's equip the kindergartners with AK-47s so they can defend themselves. Right? This is America. All right, no, I'm sorry. We can't get political. So, no. I mean, this is a comment about.
I love guns. I love them.
All right,
more.
Now.
No, okay, yeah. No politics.
Right. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unmute it. This game is a little quiet, so I don't actually know. Yeah, isn't this just the right kind of tune you want to start to do a little gameplay to?
This is like what they play. This is like what they play in the SCVs. If you tune into like Terran radio.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Thing.
Now, I don't know if it's actually going to get louder. Oh, look at this. Oh, it starts low. How does the audio sound for everyone? Do you need me to do this?
Oh yeah.
Because these are the default values. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Auto forward time.
You know, I actually know how to do this. I'm gonna do it like this.
Yeah. We do know how to do that. Yeah. Does this game let you set your mouse sensitivity?
All right, perfect. All right, so I'm doing like this. Now, actually, let me see. I mean, I'm actually using my own mouse sensitivity, so this is perfect. I know very little about this game. Lee, are you ready to hit the start button with me?
Yes. I'll hit it. I hit it with you. You just don't know it.
Oh God, I love it. Yeah, I think actually with Zoom you can like manipulate my desktop.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a famous shot.
So much bigger.
Wind whips the sea into a frenzy. Just a meter from this grand stage, its waves crash against the shore, but what I feel isn't the ocean. It's them. Dude, this literally... This was like a famous shot of... I think it was the Sky 2002 Pro League finals that was at this beach in Busan that had like 10,000 people show up on this beach to watch it. It was so packed. Oh, we have like a little history here. The dialogue history is empty. Ooh, what's auto? Turn that off. They're stamping anticipation, their aching lungs begging for mercy. When I touch my forehead, the weight of their expectation wets my fingertips. Yeah.
Jesus. This is already very corporeal here. It's very body-centric. This is we're getting a very visceral sense.
This is nice. All right. The crowd, the production, and the players all primed for this moment for the final match of the season. Yeah! Yes! Yeah, when I think about what's going on in this match, I tremble. Someone's building a pair of fucking barracks right next to the other person's base. This is cheese. This is so funny.
Tremble.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it probes, surrounding, trying to defend. This is all that still heats my blood. Once we were children and it was our school fad. Now it is a behemoth we call esports.
Wow.
It gives my life meaning. When I am dead, my peers and I will be remembered. In records, on videotapes, and in the hearts and minds of this crowd, and the one at home.
Sir, I don't think you know what you're doing.
Go, go, go.
Oh my god. I can't believe this thing is fucking real. This is so great. I'm literally shivering with nostalgia.
Wow.
They'll speak of today for months. I wish I did not care for that more than this outcome. Once I did, but no longer. You know, I should probably tell everyone that Sean Bouchard isn't going to be with us today.
Yeah, Sean that's right.
Boy, did I forget about some important information.
You know, things happen.
Yeah, no, Sean Bo's setup is busto because it's wrapping up. It's the end of the year. Sean couldn't get to his usual desk to stream from, so Sean B's joining us in chat. Firebat Hero BM. Oh no, this is way, way before Firebat Hero's time. He's way late in the game, man. Firebat Hero's just always bad manner. He's a bad manner Brood War player. Alright. Alright, I feel like I'm breaking the tempo of this writing. Alright, here we go, here we go. Speak of difference, I should not care for that more than this outcome. Once I did, but no longer. Ah!
I mean, okay, so we're not, like, seeing... This is kind of just a montage, right? Like, does the imagery we're seeing here make any sense? Because we've got...
yes, no, this is a double proxy Rax on Blue Storm. Yeah, against an early expanding double gate Protoss, who appears to have not just defended with Zealots, but has completely eviscerated the Terran's base because the Terran lost a bunch of Marines to Pro Micro at the start of this game. Like, I can tell you... Like, I've already played through this game twice since we started, okay? Like...
Gotcha.
Yeah. I am so close to what I want, to my lasting legacy and place in our pantheon. Everything I've ever wanted, it's right here. I just need to seize it.
Oh, shit.
A fair end. I can ask for nothing more. Even now I am blinded by the beauty of this game. Now to prepare for what follows, for your sake and ours. Oh yeah, it's a pro gaming ass. 11 keyboards, from them a cacophony of clicks and taps audible through drywall and folded pillows. Mine is the QSEM35. Dude, okay, that's a famous keyboard. Okay. It was the keyboard that all the pro gamers used in Korea, man. It was a good keyboard.
Looking it up.
Famous keyboard. I thought it was a DT35.
Oh, now that's a good-looking keyboard.
Oh, it is. It's called the QSEN DT35. Great.
That's a good-looking keyboard. You know, if you look that up, you'll start to see people who have created checkerboard patterns with their keys.
Oh yeah, I'm all about that. I gotta get my keyboard set up over winter break again. I accidentally spilled what is this? Hydrogen peroxide? Yeah, spilled hydrogen peroxide on my other keyboard, man. It was sad. Hey, Drebez, thanks for
Hydrogen peroxide. How do you accidentally spill that? Where did you just have a bunch of cuts? Oh.
Yeah, I literally, my skin flays open, and I just have to pour the peroxide in it at my desk, but I was in a game, so I poured it into the keyboard and messed up.
Yeah, that's a liability. All right.
Thanks for the sub.
You know what I love about this already? What I love about what we're seeing is that those chairs are clearly, like, not, like, pro, right? Those are, like, sub-pro chairs. So this is, like, training. This is, like, a training zone.
Oh yeah, these are pre-2010 pro gaming chairs.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Each key press rolls up my arm and into my skull, each a reminder of what I must not forget. I am here to train. 13 inhabit this 2-bedroom high-rise, 5 minutes from the subway and 2 from the studios. The CHB Renown team house has been my home for almost a year. CHB Renown is not a team, it's a fictional one. A coach and manager and 11 players. Of these 11, I'm one of 4 practice partners. Oh.
What's a practice partner? Is that like at a law firm?
Yeah, no, it's basically you are not legit a top person, right? You're kind of like a tryhard. I mean, you're a B tier scrub who wants to be A tier. So what you are is you are the rat that gets thrown in with the wolves, and the wolves tear you to shreds, and then you come back and throw yourself into the pen again, right? Like, you just get the shit kicked out of you all day. Like, a lot of practice partners would win, like, 20% of their games. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I'm certain that the game would explain all this, but, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because I'm going to stop, and we're gonna talk about every second of this, because, like, I just have all this knowledge about this shit that does not matter at all anymore. I'm here to train, but not to train myself. Sung
Nice.
Hwan. Alright, this is Locke. Oh my god. Okay,
Locke.
Dude, do you want to be Locke? You be Locke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sung-hwan. We're resuming work on pressure against Fast Expanse today. 5 minutes of play, then we go again.
Alright. Yes, Young. Alright,
Bolt.
our name is Bolt. Alright. Fuck yeah, I'm Bolt. And what is the codex? Oh. Starcraft is followed by CHB, a supply chain management company. CHB renowned is last place in the team league standings for the autumn 2008 season. Oh my god, look at this practice partner. It refers to both a casual training partner and special player specifically designated to train with top players on professional StarCraft teams. We have
Cool.
Locke, former Star League winner and contender for the strongest Terran of the modern era. Oh my god, I wonder if these have, yeah. Shindig said it right, man. The developer of the game says, I am the codex now. That's totally correct. Alright, none of these are real players or real teams. Alright.
The codex is beautiful.
Alright, hey, Lee, I would love it if you also were Coach Park.
Coach Park. Before that, I'd appreciate it if you took care of dishes.
Sure, Coach. No problem.
Be quick. Top 16 starts this week.
From the sink, I can see my teammates focus on fast-moving screens, each tightly packed into the living room with the steam house. A dish soap bottle retches up enough orange liquid to degrease our microwaved lunch plates. I scrub this duty for the sake of my team. Even if I don't make much of a salary, my peers and fans acknowledge me as a pro gamer. When I doubt myself, my license and team jacket prove that it remains true. So there was, there's some controversy around this where basically you'd have a really overly top-heavy distribution in the pricing, where you'd get pro gamers, such as Bolt here, this fictional Bolt, who would receive free housing and free food, and computer and setup and all this, and then a small salary of like $300 a month.
Okay.
And then that was it. That's all that you had. And so, you'd train for a year and a half, 2 years, and a lot of these pro gamers would just be like, fuck, I'm not making any money. It didn't go anywhere. All right, that's that. And it's not like they had a livable wage to be able to do anything but live in the house. And so some people argue that this is why match fixing started to become a thing in StarCraft, where because players were not really receiving proper salaries, why train really hard getting 300 to 500 per month when you're in really rough living conditions? Like it's like a bedroom would house 7 people, right? Like why do that when I could just why strive to get to the top? Because if you were one of the top players, you would make low 6 figures. Fuck it, I'll just throw a match for $5,000. I'll just get someone who's in an underground gambling, and I'll get that person to set up a bet, and I can bet against myself and throw the match. And actually make some damn money here. So it's a little controversial, because on one hand people are like, well, hey, no, we're paying for your ability to do this, and then some, right? We're giving you this environment. And other people are going, you need to pay people a proper living wage, right? You can't just sort of get around it in that way.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that were like this. Oh, look, pro gamer. A professional gamer to first players at the top end of the skill spectrum, regardless as to whether or not they make their living from playing games.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have known that. I would have assumed that pro meant, money.
Yeah, like
there's like amateur Olympians or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I would not consider myself a pro gamer because I absolutely make my living playing video games, but I am not the top 0.001% of any game, period. So I'm just a scrub.
Toppist.
I'm an influencer.
You're scrubbing.
Yeah, I'm scrubbing with orange.
An influencer. Yeah, you're a content creator and an influencer.
All right, let's do this. Not so long ago, even the best StarCraft players trained with friends and clanmates in their spare time. But the game has changed. Top players can't stay in form without the support of a team, without people like me. Yeah, so a lot of times what you'd have is little practice partners which each focus on a specific style of play. Like, I am just going to do cheese, bullshit, try to win in 5-minute strategies. Okay, our next practice partner, he's just going to try to focus on winning between 5 and 10 minutes. So fast, but not as fast as me. And then this way we kind of have this, Rolodex of different strategies that we can hurl at you, Lee, the real pro gamer who's going to try to learn to hold off all of them.
Yes.
I'm almost done with my chore when I look up and glance towards Locke. He hurries me with a stare. Down the lines, the PC's our teammate. Zhang throws his head back and mumbles a curse at Yunho, his opponent across from his station. Were he not so tired, there might be more to the grin Yunho offers back. When at last I'm finished, I take 5 steps back to my seat at Locke's side. He says nothing as he sends me the game invite.
Here we go.
Alright, Lee, I want you to be the narrator. Yeah.
Alright. Workers, minerals, a nexus. With these tools in hand, I sculpt an attack to test Locke's wall.
Oh my god, click the nexus! Yeah!
4 minutes into the game, I probe his base for a weakness. There's no way for me to break past his front in this position, so I retreat after inflicting only a tiny bit of damage.
This is a style that actually emerged really, really late for Terran players. Like, god damn. I feel like this part of my brain lighting up, you know?
Yeah, yep.
It's like a part of the brain has not been used for so long. I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit, because this is... Oh, I accidentally muted the whole game. Whoa. Yeah, but like, the style, I actually feel like this is more of like a 2010, 2011, 12 style. I don't remember what year this is. Oh, this is 2008. This is 2008. Yeah, no, this is... I think you're off by 3 years, Shindigs.
That was hot shit.
You can't sneak this by me, Shindigs. Alright, sorry. Oh, left-click the Dragoon. And right-click to move it. Oh my god. Press 1, then A, then issue the attack on the bunker. 1, A, click. Oh my god.
Holy shit! There won't be a killing blow in any of these games. He types GG by force of habit or otherwise and quits out.
Oh.
Again. And we go again. Probes, pylons, nexus, and another failed attack. He must be spread thin somewhere, but I just can't find it.
Alright. Again!
I adapt. Tighten my timings. Anticipate his scout and move to intercept. And again, his stalwart defense holds. I'm missing something.
Oh, God.
I have to figure it out so that Locke is prepared if he ever faces an attack like this.
And interestingly, the way that the strategy evolved is that there's basically no way to break that. But what you do is you put enough pressure on it that the Terran has to spend so much money repairing it that's what makes it even. You don't destroy anything, you just kind of drain money from their bank account and do your normal thing.
At the 5-minute mark, he GGs and quits out. You're
Your
focusing too much on your map advantage.
Alright, oh, hold on. Yeah, we got a cat. Alright, we got cat. Alright, I'll still be Bolt, you'll be Locke, we'll alternate narration. Alright, that's a good cat. I should be able to deal more damage when there's no ramp. I don't understand how you're holding me so well. Look, pick a spot and lie down, cat.
You know your advantage. Consider your disadvantage.
Oh,
the choke.
shit.
Even though I'm guaranteed to deal damage, he can't be certain. Wait.
I'm sorry, I skipped over your dialogue because my cat leaned on the spacebar.
I think it's your...
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I think it might be...
This is the narrator. This is bold thinking. The choke, even though I'm guaranteed to deal damage, he can be certain that if I'm only chipping away at his wall, it won't be enough. I have an idea. Let's go again. It's all you, Lee. It's all you.
And we're back at it. Though I don't manage game-ending damage with my next attack, I do sneak past his defense for the first time. I'm sure he'll adapt back in the next game. Even though I spend my practice days like this, grinding out specific matchups or situations for another person's sake, I've learned so much from Locke. Viewing my actions per minute as a resource, and not a statistic, or benchmarking an enemy's gas against the clock. Even as a veteran, this game's depth never ceases to amaze me.
So, in the early Brood War days, there was no clock in the game, so you just didn't know how long the game had been going on. And so, a way that players tried to determine timings for things, because like in StarCraft 2, you can say, oh yeah, this is a 9:30 attack timing. You're going to hit right before the so-and-so gets their defense up at 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's my 1-minute window. What you do is you'd actually click on your gas geyser, and you'd see how much gas you'd mine. So you'd say, at 4,000 gas, I'm going to attack, or at 3,000 gas, I'm going to attack. And that's how much was left in the geyser. So that's what it means by
benchmarking an enemy's gas. Can you see in their gas geyser how much is left or not?
You would see when they took it, and then you would go back to your gas to understand what time they took it at.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, even as a veteran, this game's depth never ceases to amaze me. I've asked myself many times if I'm okay with this existence. with life as a cog in the great machine that is Korean esports. Maybe someday I'll lust for the recognition and profile that comes with a Star League victory, but for now, I'm happy. Starcraft is a beautiful game. If I could spend the rest of my life like this, I would die without regrets. Your coach
Sungwon, let me know when Locke's finished with you. I'd like to speak over lunch. Uh-oh, this feels like an inciting incident. Not yet. Again.
Alright, I'm going in. Coach Park and I stand at the corner of our team's dining room table. When he doesn't sit, I realize he has things to say that I won't want to hear.
Uh-oh. How would you describe your performance over the past year with CHB renown, Sungwon?
I take a shallow breath. I do not lose eye contact. My biggest improvement has been to my efficiency in practice. Even though I'm strongest on offense, I'm capable of playing many styles, and my mechanics are stronger than ever.
That's true. You've been consistent with our 12-hour days.
Damn.
You're a hard worker. No one denies that.
He speaks without the intent to put me at ease. What he's going to say next is clear. I can't let him. I'm the most popular training partner for ZVP and TVP. The main roster will vouch for me.
Most would, yes.
Why? Why is this happening?
But when I look at your performance, you just haven't met my expectations. Your win rate in Team League isn't what I had hoped for.
Oh.
Brutal.
What? Coach Park, I'm no ace, but considering so much of my practice time is spent helping the main roster.
Sungwon, I don't want to do this, but renegotiations with the sponsor went poorly. The reality is that we cannot afford you.
Oh God! Well, we lost everyone. We might have to restart and make sure we have to make sure that we dig up the plant at the start of Don't Forget Your Esports Dream instead of cutting the plant. Yeah.
Wow.
I put my face in my hands. There's nothing else for me to say.
I know you made sacrifices for the team. If you want, I'd allow you to pay a small rent and continue to live and train in the house.
That's a little real. Yeah.
Brutal.
Brutal.
That's very brutal.
No! I can't do that! That was for my dignity's sake. We both know to accept is to admit failure. I'm insulted that he thinks I needed it.
You're a good player that could become great. I would feel guilty if this setback ended your StarCraft career. Take the time you need to gather your belongings. The main roster already knows, but I can inform the rest of the team if you'd like.
No! No, Despy, you can't. No, you can't be there. You're gonna hit the space bar and it's gonna skip the dialogue. Alright. I'll be brief. I don't want to disrupt practice. With the awkward farewells of my teammates at my back, I round the last of the steps and pass head onto the sidewalk.
Sungwon!
Oh, Hyung. Hyung is like older brother that is used to like literally mean older brother, but also like it's like what you say to like an elder that you respect, you know, who's more of a kind of like you would an older brother younger brother relationship, right? It's not like there's someone who's like way the hell older than me, who's like a boss or something like that. At least I think is my understanding of it. I would say that's 80% correct. So
it's like the prefect in your Harry Potter house.
Yeah. I hurry a bow in his direction, balancing the contents of a cardboard box in my arms. I'm sorry I won't be able to stay on the team. I should have worked harder.
What will you do now?
I'm not sure. Try out for another team, or maybe enroll in school abroad. Not military service, and at least not yet. This is a huge thing in Korea, in Korean esports, that there's 2 years of mandatory military service for every adult male. And so there are situations in which you can defer or rearrange if, for instance, you're like a young and budding athlete or something like that, and you have some key moments of your career coming up. You can defer and stuff like that, and many Korean pro gamers were able to defer their military service, but at some point you just got to do your military service. So a lot of times it's sort of like a reset switch for a lot of young adults in Korea, where they're like, all right, well, you know what? That went to shit. Well, now I have 2 years in the military to sort of figure out what it is I want to do and all this sort of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. God, that was good. You gave me every different type of double M I could hope for.
Yes.
I wait for him to fill the silence before rushing to do so myself. It was a privilege to practice with you this year, Kijong. Thanks for all your hard work. I won't forget these past months.
Sungwon, if you can't commit everything to this game, you should quit. Wow. Well, there you go. Never forget to appreciate that skill in a game can earn you a living in today's age. And don't hesitate to call if you need something.
Except for, of course, a team.
Yeah.
Hesitate in that situation. In fact, I encourage you to hesitate so much that call doesn't happen. Yeah.
Goodbye, Sungwon. You know, what I would say is, to anyone in any sort of budding career is, if you're not prepared to offer 100% of yourself to it, you should just quit.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, just if you're not destroying yourself over it, then you might as well just go into the military.
I like that meme that was like, manager's like, I'll be paying you minimum wage, and the employee says, well, then you'll be getting minimum effort. And then the manager has that shocked Pikachu JPEG, like, or it's like, I actually really don't understand this culture of like, your work is your life. Like, I really like my work. I put in a lot of work to my work. But I also understand that it's my work, right? It's not like,
it's not.
I don't need to give it 100%. I can actually just like fuck off and like for instance today I didn't do anything productive. I literally watched anime, and it was good. Yeah, and then I ate a burrito, and then I ate another burrito. It was great. They were tiny burritos.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Where are you finding these tiny burritos?
Trader Joe's. I get all my food from Trader Joe's.
Oh, like the frozen style?
Yeah.
Yeah, frozen burritos are really good, but they are like a whole different. They're like a whole different genre.
Oh yeah.
Of burrito. Yeah.
The day I finished my high school exam, I pledged that I'd never endure another day inside of a goshiwan. I don't know what that is. The sight of these cramped walls tightens my jaw. Okay, sweetheart. I know. Whoa. Careful, sweetie. All right.
I googled it, and Goshiwan is exactly the room we're looking at.
Now here's.
Was that us?
In fact, it says I turn to face the mirror. I'm the same person I was yesterday, even if it doesn't feel true. I see it. The thing that's interesting is that this is exactly what Shindig's looks like. Isn't that interesting? Like
really?
This is Shindig's to a T. Yeah, no, he has these little wispy things like right here. He has these sort of these biting orange irises. He's very handsome. Always wears a high collar. Very fashionable, and of course, a B tier at Starcraft. So let's go ahead and. It dawns on me that everything I own is currently in my arms or scattered across this room. I don't know what a Goshiwan is, but I'll take a moment to look my possessions over. Silent, still, the life I had before I became pro gamer is here in my hands. Then I launch them against the ground. With a crash, the box crumples and spills its contents to the floor. I just can't be here right now. There's only one place I know I can go. After a moment to collect myself, I step quietly to the hallway. A high schooler peeking through his doorway at mine creaks. It's shut when I appear. Sorry.
I've seen that happen before in anime visual novels. There's always like going out into a hallway and then someone creaks their door shut. You know what I mean? And then you meet them later.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, Geth Overlord says that the way Jenna Bain explained it is that a Goshiwan is a smaller, sadder studio apartment, like a college dorm that has a common area. Ah, I see. So it's like a real... It's a real small one. That's great. I would actually not mind living in a unbelievably tiny space, because I wouldn't, and I don't need to explain myself to you. When all of a sudden I realize I've set myself up to explain something and I don't want to, I just get real defensive. I think that's the key.
Yeah.
Actually, Lee, would you? Oh, go ahead.
I'm looking at Goshiwans online and these pictures. The thing that strikes me most about them is that they have a shower in the room, and the shower seems to take up like a fourth of the room. And it's always
about
like
a toilet. Is there a toilet in the shower?
Right... Oh wait, maybe. Is it like a wet bath? Yeah, it's like a wet bath. So it's got a toilet, and then like you just stand up next to the toilet in front of the sink, and there's a shower over your head, and the whole bathroom's like enclosed in a pod.
That's great.
But it's weird because it's like your toilet is like within 3 feet of your bed at all times. Oh, it's just strange.
Nice. if you push hard enough, you could just go to the bathroom from the bed.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's like, well, the other thing is that like you can see the bathroom looks like a giant shower stall with like glass. Like it's glass surrounding it. So, like, imagine going to bed and next to you is a glass shower stall. Like, it's very strange. I don't know.
That's a tricky pickle to navigate around.
That's a trickle.
That's a trickle pickle. Even if Locke didn't warn me. Oh, no, Lee, you know what? It's your turn. You narrate. I'll be the character.
All right. Even if Locke didn't warn me I was being cut, I am thankful that he treated me like his teammate up to the very end. I don't question whether or not he's right about me. Even if I didn't already know the truth in his words, I'd trust them on principle. Guys like Locke, Fierce, or any of the other 7 kings destroy the obstacles that the rest of us struggle with. They're above us because they've earned it.
So there were always really catchy names for the tip-top pro gamers. So let's see what this fictional one is. 7 players who have made the round of 8 for 3 consecutive seasons. A prominent storyline hyped by the XSL commentators. The story goes that the only victory of a usurper, or the lone player to make the round of 8 who is not a king, can end their reign. Yeah, so there were always these really cool names, like there's a Royal Roader, which is the name for someone who entered a Star League, and the first time they entered it, they won it. There were also the 6 Dragons, which is during a time when pretty much Protosses sucked. There were 6, like, virtually unbeatable Protosses, and all other Protosses were worse than those players. And often those 6 players were the ones competing for the top spot, just period. This is so great. And of course this is one thing that I really miss, is commentators actually building storylines. Because if you talk about, like, oh my god, one of the 6 Dragons, right? You've established an identity, but then you can contrast with it. Like, oh my god, this Protoss is playing like one of the 6 Dragons, and that actually has more meaning than this Protoss is playing well. Like, technically both statements are true, but yeah.
That is surprising to me that they wouldn't be doing more of that, because as my friend said the other day, everything is pro wrestling now. So it's like,
needs to be.
It's quite surprising.
Yeah, I mean, just, the fact is that a lot of games just don't really have history. Like, Fortnite is a huge game right now, and they're starting to do competitive scene things, but, like, it's also, like, 2-3 years old. Like, in 2008, Brood War was 10 years old, and it had 10 years of history and storylines and development and all this stuff. And there's very few games that actually have that kind of history to it. I feel like the fighting game community is getting a really interesting history where new games come out, but there's a lot of the same players and same teams and same communities that are, like, moving along with them, so they can start to reference this whole history of these types of games. But, hell, like, Battle Royale is really a very new thing for much of the public, so... Yeah, and there were people that just seemed like, no matter what, they just figured out how the hell this game worked, so... Go ahead.
It's that fact that makes StarCraft special. It doesn't matter who your dad is. If you have 500 W's,
Juan,
and an hour after school, you've got your ticket to the party.
Yeah, that's it's about 1,200 won, 1,600 won to a dollar, I think, ish, is like the exchange rate. So, like,
wow,
it's like 50 cents.
Oh. Those guys face setbacks, but the fact is that I'm further from them today than I was yesterday. Only one pillar remains. I play the game well. Well, there you go. I'm guaranteed to go as far as Yunho, Xijang, or anyone else on that roster aside from Locke. I might have driven that home to Coach Park if I hadn't been so surprised. Wait, I'm guaranteed to go as... I don't get it. Go as far on that roster. I'm guaranteed to go as far on that roster. To go as far as,
like, to become as good of a player.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. What says more than anything is that despite all of this, right now, all I want to do is play StarCraft.
Oh, it's so good.
It takes just a block to find what I'm looking for. A PC bang. Is that like a...
yeah. It's PC bong, but I like PC bang a lot more.
PC bang?
Gotcha, yeah.
Smash. I'm embarrassed to step inside this place. I've downgraded my professional practice space for a den of kids and burnouts. An unwashed 30-year-old wastes away just to my left. The historic MMO avatar on his screen, the antithesis of its master. Wow. That's, jeez. In the row behind him, 4 middle schoolers spin a 5th around in one of the computer chairs until he reaches a ludicrous speed. Most of the 80 or so CRTs and the ancient machines they're connected to remain unoccupied. Not a problem, as Starcraft runs fine even on the worst PCs these days. That's true. I closed the distance of the front desk, only to find it empty. After almost a minute waiting, I wrap my knuckles against the wood. An unseen voice, tired and gravelly, gives an answer shortly, followed by the rustle of a newspaper.
Wait a moment.
Whoa!
Oh.
Middle-aged man turns the corner out of an office and falls into his seat at the desk. Is that a middle-aged man?
Let me tell you,
like
if this is what I have to look forward to, what a bod. What a bod.
It looks like a 23-year-old who's gone on like a really, really powerful bender.
Yeah, no, I mean, this looks like a young man that's lived hard. You got an account? No, this is a one-off.
I take a bill from my wallet and offer it forward, eager to end the conversation and get to work. He snaps it into a drawer in a fluid motion.
Oh,
Fuck.
he holds his glasses like a beer. Yeah. Right then, take your pick.
Oof. I turn to hide my grimace and make for a PC in an empty row. But after I sit down and log into my machine, any hope I had for a silent afternoon of StarCraft ends.
Oh my gosh, because Bolt's wearing the jersey. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Alright.
A girl dressed in a high school uniform promptly takes a seat at the station directly to my left. When I begrudgingly turn to acknowledge her, she takes it as an invitation to speak.
Alright, Lee, I'm going to take up the narration, and you are going to do the voice of this lady.
Oh, hi, do you mind?
Is she Scottish? Is she Irish? I do. I don't.
Thanks. I really like your CHB Renown jacket.
Ugh. But I can't be surprised that she doesn't recognize me when I haven't played in any high-profile matches. Yeah, thanks.
So, do you play games? I guess that has an obvious answer since you're at a PC bong, but you could be here to watch a movie or something. I'm Minseo Kim, by the way.
It's more like Minso Kim.
Whenever there's a language I don't know, I just pronounce it like Spanish. I'm Minso Kim, by the way. So, call me Minso.
Sungwon.
It's so nice to meet you, Sungwon. Since you have a CHB Renown jacket, I'm guessing that you play StarCraft. Would you like to play with me?
Uh-oh, it's time to hurt an innocent. I'm not sure there'd be much point.
Oh, you don't think I'd be much of a challenge? Why is that? Well, I'm confident, and to prove it, I'll play you with money on the line.
Now, this is something that is true in every anime, every manga, every visual novel. This shit doesn't happen. No? This doesn't happen. No one comes up challenging you to a match and gonna be willing to pay for it because they're pleasant and friendly. Like, this doesn't happen. You get some ego-tripping maniacs who are like, you think you've got something, bitch? There was one kid like that at the PC cafe I went to when I was young. He was like he was like son of a rich kid, so he just like burned $40 a day at the PC cafe because they were not cheap in Kansas, as you can imagine. I mean, it was like $5-6 an hour, which is like not huge.
But it adds up.
God, man, that guy was like an absolute aggro donk, and if you ever lost in one of his ego matches, he would just be like, "Oh," just like run outside and just leave his empty PC there with the timer still running on it. All right, you don't want to do that.
I do. Everyone new to Golden Zone Fire needs my seal of approval. So will you play Golden Zone Fire?
Money to burn, I see. Typical nouveau riche wannabe. Maybe I should just try to scare her. She came from the Upper West Side. She wasn't used to being down in the alleyways and the streets where I grew to swallow my own spit. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. All right. Okay, let's play one game for $100.
Whoa!
She looks over her shoulder nervously, rightfully hesitant about a bet worth around $100, but then...
Oh. Well done. Okay, XLS maps only. You can pick, I guess.
She laughs.
XSL. Wait, XSL. Extra
Extra
super
small, large.
Extra small, large. Technical
Yeah.
term.
She laughs with nervous excitement. My offer barely gave her a second thought. Something is off here.
I'll just be over here back at my PC. In the corner. I'll host, so just wait a second.
Oh! It only takes a moment for a game hosted by Minso Hart to appear on the cafe's local area network. Looks like she plays the Zerg pieces. So we're really doing this, huh? I should be thankful, honestly. More than the money, I need this win. The counter begins when I select Protoss and ready up. We're thrust in game a moment later.
Jeez. Okay. Now hold up. So, isn't it the most boss move to play random?
No one can do that.
No one can do that?
Yeah, like...
Did you just say no one can do that?
Yeah, like, it's actually
that?
considered poor etiquette to choose random. Because the knowledge is that you need to have years of practice with each race to be good and competent. And there's some skill transference, but there's not knowledge transference. It's not like I know what to do in all these weird... Like, I scout and I see stuff and I'm like, alright, I don't know what to do with that. Right? Like, I know what I would do if I were the Zerg, but I don't know what happens when you scout a Zerg. And so, often players who were, like maybe a class below you, they might choose random and do the cheesiest bullshit ever that will likely work just because you don't know what race they are. But even then, it'll lose to anyone who's good. So, like, going random is generally a sign that you are admitting that you're worse and you're hoping to get lucky and win by pulling a fast one on your opponent. So,
can you not see what race they are before the match starts if they choose random?
Yeah, like, they didn't actually implement that. Like, I always felt like that should be how it
That's
worked.
what I
if you
assumed.
went random, it's like, he's Zerg.
Yeah.
So
not only is it random, it's secret.
Yeah, it's secret random.
Secret random.
So in the early days of Brood War, you'd often have a play against Zerg, against Terran, against Protoss, but then a special build against random that was trying to amortize against that. So it was like an okay opening against all three.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tempting
as it is to...
Oh, yeah. No, Lee,
to
go
end this
ahead.
quickly. With that much money on the line, I should play safe. No cutting corners or cocky play.
Huh,
But her building placement's pretty good. Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
Excuse me, this says Bolt, and I am Bolt. I identify with a young practice partner pro-gamer. Oh my god, Azathan, thanks for the host, and good to see you here. With the sub, too. Whoa, Azathan, hosting for 135, or 143, I don't even know how to read. But I'm still Bolt, that's my identity, huh? Bolt, huh? Her building placement is pretty good. Let's see if she's got micro to match it. Time to get my zealots in there. Alright, one. A. Click. Click.
Right click.
Click. Ah. Not bad. I expected to simply roll her, but it looks like I'll have to settle for just a little bit of damage. Time to reinforce.
Look at that CRT scan.
I know. That's such a good touch. This is so authentic. Alright, Lee. You do the narrating again.
The faster I hit this macro cycle, the faster I can get back to putting pressure on her expansion.
Click this.
Yep.
Z.
Create.
Click this. Z.
Waypoints. Waypoints.
D. Click this. D. I'm macroing.
I expected to win this purely on execution. Looks like I'll need to take a third base.
Oh.
They're dropping these little words in here. It's pretty good.
This
First
is
you're
so
thrust
good.
into the game, and now you're taking third base. Wait a minute. She's contesting my expansion? And with an army of that size? This timing has got to just be a fluke.
Dude, I love this map. This is a really good map for Zerg, like, actually. This is Blue Storm. There's this super famous match of a Zerg player named Jaedong, who's, like, the biggest Zerg legend of all time, against Bisu, who's the biggest Protoss legend of all time. And literally in this game, Bisu is, like, harassing the shit out of Jaedong. Like, dropping Reavers, blowing up all the workers, killing all the Overlords with Corsairs, running away, bringing 2 more shuttles in, dropping High Templar, storming all the workers, running away. And Bisu's like taking expansions and all this shit. And Jaedong probably had to make like 250 drones this game because he just lost like so many. And then, like, after just getting his shit stomped for a whole game, Jaedong does an attack just like this, in just this spot, and just kills all of Bisu's shit and wins the game. And everyone's like, Where did that army come from? What the fuck? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, you kill workers so that they don't have enough money to build an army. But what happens if they build an army that's bigger than yours? Well, I don't know. That's not supposed to be the next step in that. Like, it's just... And this is what made watching Brood War so magical, is that, like, 9 times out of 10, you'd see that if A, then B. If I harass, you can't build an army, you know, things like this. And then there'd be a player who was so good that, like, B wouldn't happen. And you'd be like, well, if you harass the shit out of someone and they can still build a huge army, then, we gotta rethink this. Oh my god. Oh, all right.
Doesn't matter.
It's all you.
I need to defend now.
All right, it's time to click. Oh my god, we're gonna storm. Yeah. 2A, click. Yeah. All right, dude. Let me tell you, if this guy oh, go ahead, Lee.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I forced her off my expansion after a bit of back and forth. I need to carry this momentum to take control of the center.
Oh.
She must be teching behind this. If I don't deal enough damage here, I'm in some serious trouble. Come on, go!
Now, I've been in this position as...
upgrading her tech, and her dudes are more powerful than they should be.
Yeah, or getting the next, like, tier of units. And I've been this Zerg so many times where I'm like, I think I can break this expansion! And then I, like, go in there and I just get stormed and lose all my shit, and Protoss just marches across the map and kills me with a giant death ball of units. And it's exactly like this, right? We have, like, 12 Dragoons, we have, like, 14 or so Zealots. And then there I am with, like, a little more than 6 Hydras. Like, a little bit more. And I got some eggs on the way. Uh-oh. 1,
always
click, 2,
lead with your eggs.
Good, damage double. Where's the rest of her army? Oh.
Shit. Wait, she's intercepting my units, but... this was an interesting attack. But not the right call with just Hydras. Yeah, what's going on there? If I could clean up her split army, I'll finish off her expansions and end the game.
Uh-oh, it's time to click T. Click here. 1A. Click here. That's so fun.
Okay.
Dude, I'm so glad Bolt's winning this game, because if Bolt didn't win this game, it would literally just be Bolt sitting there, the brain slowly shutting down because it just can't live anymore, just can't deal with this. Good, I'll clean up your third, then roll, endure natural, let's end this. Oh god, it feels so good, yeah.
Huh. Phew. That was a ridiculous amount of work for a game with a random high schooler. I almost failed to notice that she didn't GG before quitting out.
Oh my, you know, I bet it's not her. I bet there's some punk. I bet it's that hard-aged young man that owns this PC bong.
There you go.
My APM's higher than that. That's bullshit. I'm doing a show. I'm doing a show. Oh, Shindigs, why you gotta shame me, man? Why you gotta shame me with the 108 APM? Oh, 34 out of 37 hockey. Yeah, I guess I did actually click on a few of them, man. God, it's fucking embarrassing. Shit. Max APM 137. Woof. How embarrassing. God, I am washed up. I didn't even realize I was this washed up.
God damn. I'll give this girl some credit. Someone I've never heard of. She plays Zerg absurdly well. And she's just some random high schooler? Got to talk with her. I stand and search her head out from the sea of monitors. What I find instead is a flash of red and a raised voice flying in my direction. Who?
Oh, it's Jet. Alright, you be Jet. I'll go back to narration.
Okay. Alright, just who the hell do you think you are? Mass gateways? Do you think you're good, or... Cheong Sung Hwa Lee. I lost to Bolt. Kill me.
Oh my god, no, okay, like, now, I want to talk a little about I lost to X, kill me. Because, I mean, like, StarCraft, obviously a very hard game, and, you know, you can get into situations that you're unfamiliar with and make some misplays and lose, and that's fine, right? You kind of have this band of people that I'm good enough to beat these people who are better than me, but I'll also lose to people who are a little bit worse than me in this range. Let me tell you, it always felt so fucking bad when you'd be like on a ladder and you get matched up against someone and you didn't know it was that player who's way worse than you, and then you'd like lose the game. You'd be like, I was a little off. Okay, that's fine, whatever. I'll just move on to the next one. You keep going, and then that person like posts the game on replay sites. It's like, oh, here's a game I played against Day 9. It was like a really nice match. I remember I got into this replay war with this Swedish player named Trek, who was like a good buddy of mine. We'd play a lot of games, and I like we played something like 15 games together, and a few of them were really good games. So he took the really good game that he won and he posted it. I was like, fuck you. And so I posted the really good game that I won. But just the one, right? Because I didn't want to like just post the whole pack. So then he posted another one. And so I posted another one. And then he posted a bad game. Like a game that was just like one-sided, just like crushed me in like 6 minutes. Just like a really fast one. I was like, ah, shit. So I just posted like the 10 games that I won. I was like, oh, I'm ending this. Everyone's like, damn, Dan, I really got the better of Trek there. And I was like, that's why you don't fucking share those replays, Trek. It was so stupid, man. It was so stupid. Like, and it was just, it's all ego. So when Jet's like, oh, Sung Lon Lee had lost a bolt, kill me. Yeah, no, story of my life. I know this pain. All right, Jet, you're both Minso and Jet.
Yeah,
okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got this.
You did fine. I was the one that lost.
With permission to discard wrongdoing, Minso regains her smile and strikes a pose alongside Chaeyoung.
You're pretty good if you can beat Jet. She always wins when we pull this trick off.
Must have gotten lucky. She says nothing, but I can feel the sear of Jet's gaze.
Ooh, what's this? I feel an unspoken animosity building with each passing second.
Didn't your older brother used to pull this scam with you as the bait?
Keep that to yourself. What's a pro gamer doing at a PC bong anyways? Bored of the 200 APM mansion? Congrats on last place in the team league standing, by the way.
Oh my god, Jet is just such a bummer. When I fail to bite back, Jet seems to get not to press the attack. Luckily for the both of us, Minso seizes the chance and leaps forward to shower me with her starry gaze.
Ah! You're a pro gamer on CHB Renown? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. No wonder your jacket looked real. What's your tag?
Uh-oh. Former member. And it's Bolt.
I can't think of anything too recent, but I remember that you won Braver last year.
Oh my god, no way. Oh my god. Yeah, so, there's this really weird process to become a pro gamer in Korea. So it says an open tournament for prospective pro gamers. Winners receive a license to compete as professional gamers. First step towards joining a KPGA team. KPGA is the Korean Pro Gamer Association. Oh, it actually just says it right there. Great. But in Brutal it was called the Courage Tournament. And there would be a very small number of Courage tournaments a year. I think like there were 2 spring, 2 fall. So there were only 4 new pro gamer licenses provided. And the idea is that practice partners, B-teamers, or just anyone could sign up for the Courage Tournament. And if you won it, you literally just got a pro gamer license, which permitted you to enter into professional tournaments and qualifiers for professional tournaments. And so, you know, if you wanted to go to Korea to be a pro, your first step was always, I gotta go win a Courage Tournament. But I mean, these are like 512-person single elimination brackets, and you have to get first. You don't get anything for second, you know. So the fact that Bolt won a Braver tournament was pretty fucking legit. It's good.
Yeah, last year. Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. And how did you know that?
She brightens, revealing in my inquiry as high praise. Reveling. Yeah. Because I'm Minso Kim, Starcraft superfan.
This is actually me, by the way. I just want to be clear that this is the character that represents me in the story. No, 100%. This is actually me. You have a groupie, Chaeyoung?
No, ass. Minso was my junior in high school, and under her presidency and my tutelage, our esports club continues to dominate.
You're supposed to stop caring about anything high school related by the time you're college aged.
But I'm a fan of Jet, even if I'm a friend of Chae-young. Wait.
Yeah. She punctuates the line with a finger heart, thawing Chae-young's scowl, if only for a moment.
Thawing.
Fine.
I'll admit to this. You're the first that Minso and I have lost to since we started doing this.
You're lucky it was me. You have an image to think about, whether you like it or not.
Says who? What are they going to do? Post on AC Inside about how I smashed them? Getting by isn't easy once you're out of the league.
So AC Inside is a reference to I believe it's called DC Inside. Is that right? Someone correct me, but DC Inside is where you hear a lot of pro gamer gossip and theories and general bullshit and stuff like that, and sometimes you get some really big posts and articles dropping on, DC Inside. Are you struggling? There have to be some serious opportunities out there for someone like you.
Someone like me? You sound like the comment sections of any article that dares to mention my name.
Your story is a good warning for any pro gamer thinking about leaving their team. How long has it been now? 9 months? Oh my god. Oh, look at Mincel's just I got so much drama.
You're not in much of a position to dish it out, judging by what I just heard. And at least my matches made it on TV.
Oh my god, that's actually sick.
Brutal. This is
rigged. My god, your 2v2s made it on TV. Oh, and your keyboard commercials. So there was this weird thing.
Your 2v2s? Yeah.
I know, it's so sick.
I think I get that.
Yeah, so in the team leagues, it was almost always 1v1 matches, but there were generally spots for one 2v2 match per best of 5. So it'd be a 1v1, 1v1, 2v2, 1v1, 1v1. There were even periods where the team leagues was just straight 1v1s all the way through. Often a lot of those B-teamer practice partners were the what's the name for the people the front line that just gets gobbled up? The chuff. The programmers were the chuff for the top players.
The chum.
The chum. There it is. Yeah. The chum for the. They were the chum, the cannon fodder. Yeah, they were just the pinatas for the good players on the team, and then they would also play in 2v2s. So this is like a stab. You're not a legit pro. You just were a little cheesy 2v2 player, because 2v2 is not really as much about build order and strategy as it is about micro judgment and tactics. Heavy emphasis on the micro. So you'd kind of set up a little army and then just control the shit out of it, and then just peel a win out of nowhere.
Arrgh. What's it like to accomplish nothing in a year, Bolt?
Damn. What's it like to peak in high school, Jet?
Oh!
Oh, my bad. I'm not sure she realizes that she's been stepping forward until we're practically touching heads. Still, Jet doesn't back down. Her teeth grind audibly, and I can see a vein on her neck threatening to burst.
Inseo's wide eyes bounce between the two of us, almost as panicked and as helpless as she is entertained.
But before Jet can bite
we're
back
gonna switch off.
Yet another taunt, the clerk's voice cuts between us. All right, was I the clerk? I'll be the clerk.
Yeah.
No one in here wants to hear you two fight. Your PC time's ticking, so sit down.
Who asked you? We're only here to hustle your... Record scratch.
I cut Jet off by dropping a hand on her shoulder. We'll keep it down.
He squints in our direction before settling for a shrug. Soon he's back behind his desk and newspaper, only the top of his wild hair visible. Okay, no more fighting. We're friends here. Let's talk about something positive. Something we can all relate to. Oh, did you guys hear the new single from Thorxine? It's so good. And oh, the CSAT is finally coming up. I've been studying so hard. The CAT Scholastic Ability Test.
Oh, look at this. Younger students. I think that there's a hell of a lot more that rides on your test scores in Korea than it does in America.
They say your whole life is determined by the score you get on the exam. What's that saying about how much sleep a Korean high schooler should get? I don't know. What is the saying?
Despite her best efforts, Minso receives no answer. She looks ready to accept total defeat. But just when all hope seems lost, Chae-young heaves a sigh.
I'm done if you are.
Pfft, she's the one that lost, not me. You two might as well get back to your scheme. I came here to practice.
Fine, we will. Minseo, if you see anyone walking here since... Wait, you see anyone walking here since... I just realized it's 5:30 and I'm late for cram school! Sorry. Bye, Jet. Bye, Bolt. Your match was way exciting. I'll see you later.
Where's my money? Give me that money! Minso sprints out from our island down the stairs. By the time the clerk peeks his head over the counter to chastise her, she's gone.
Practice, huh? Then I want a rematch. Yeah, where's the money?
Few games turns to a few hours of games, and then a few more. Our matches are troublingly close, considering how long Cheon's been on her own.
Phew. My wrists haven't hurt like this in months.
She leans back in her chair, massaging her forearm with a thumb. If you haven't been practicing KPGA hours, how have you been keeping your mechanics in such good shape?
Was that a compliment? Why, thank you, Sung-hwan. We done here? I don't want to miss the last line home. The PC Bong night crowds are always a little iffy.
What was that about not caring about your image? Chaeyoung does her best to ignore me, stepping to my side as we make our way to the stairs.
Well, it's the subway station. It's down this alley and out the left.
Don't need it. I'm nearby.
Well, I do. Let me guess. Goshiwan? Is that like a district?
Yeah, I think that's the type of shitty apartment.
Oh, Goshiwan. Yeah.
No, this is it's where you have a toilet, bed, shower, kitchen, all contained in glass.
Yes.
For now.
It's not so bad. Don't think of it about it as a home, but just a place to sleep and shower. That's how I manage.
Damn, you two? How long you been living like that?
I'd rather not say.
Chaeyoung watches the ground in front of her. We turn left out of the alley with a bit further to go.
So, gonna go abroad for school finally? Or maybe get your military service done?
Not sure yet. I want to give myself a month or two to see if I can get signed first.
You're given the perfect excuse to get out and you climb right back in. Only a Protoss could be so stupid.
I know there's some people in a Discord I met who love to shit on Protoss, man. Like, there was actually this amazing series last night between a Protoss pro gamer named Rain and a Terran pro named Sharp. I mean, they were, like, really good games. And, like, God, my buddy, he is so fucking salty that the Protoss managed to win any games in that at all. Like, great play by Sharp. Super good. I'm trying not to spoil. I don't give a shit. I'm going to spoil the results, cover your ears. Sharp won 4-3. And Sharp won the first 3 games, then lost the next 3 games, and then won the final game. And, like, even though it was, like, a nail-biting series, my buddy, who's a Terran player, isn't even happy for Sharp. He's just like, I can't believe the Protoss cheesing those 3 games and only won because he's a less skillful player. Like, people fucking hate Protoss in this game. It's so funny, man. Oh, God. You're still a good player, Chaeyoung. You should join me.
Starcraft is just a game I play for fun these days.
I show my skepticism with a look. Chaeyoung rebuts it just a bit too quickly.
Really? I asked for practice just for old time's sake.
Do what you want, but you've still got the drive.
And you still think you know everything.
You'll be at the cafe tomorrow, yeah? With the subway tunnel up ahead, Chaeyoung cuts past me, but before she takes the first stair, she turns.
Yeah. And my changed.
Ooh. Oh my god. What you meant to say was, please call me sometime.
Jesus.
I am a bored and lonely girl. Damn, Bolt, you just dig straight in there. Well, this is anti-smooth. Alexa, please get me a Kleenex.
Ugh.
I watched Chaeyoung descend the tile steps and turn down into the station and out of sight. My first night at the CHB renowned team house wasn't one I'd soon forget.
Yeah, see, there it is. Look at that bathroom right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a bird in the game. Like,
oh,
yeah, no. I literally thought that there was a loud bird, and I was like, "There's no trees outside this window." Like, There's a courtyard. Oh my god, that's like such a realistic bird. That evening, just after I received my team jacket, I memorized the cracks and imperfections in the ceiling while my teammates turned and snored. When dawn came, I blinked away the patterns I'd etched into my eyes. The next night, sleep came easily. Practices did too. I thought that made me special. But I wasn't. Pressure from coaches and teammates pushes everyone past reasonable work hours. You don't want to be the guy practicing 10 hours when everyone else practices 12. I do, man. I used to be that guy who's like, oh, I work 100-hour weeks. Aren't I amazing? There's no awards for suffering out there, okay? You don't get awards for suffering.
It's true.
Soon the routine became habit. It remains challenging and mind-numbing, but life is simple when it's on rails. I might never be as great as Locke no matter how hard I practice. It's not just talent. Winning isn't the goal. It's a symptom of something bigger. Locke told me that everything like that is possible to learn. Even now, with all the advice and expertise he gave me. I know I have his faith. It's all you, Lee. It's all you.
As long as I'm off the rails, might as well enjoy wandering. Wait, but I thought Locke was like, oh, you should just give up, or if you're not willing to give it 110%.
Yeah.
Weird. Even as light begins to trickle through my window, I don't rise until I hear a movement in the hallway. Students, expats, part-timers, and divorced salarymen.
I dress and walk among them. Should be enough for 20 hours. Damn,
20 hours.
The cleric sticks his hand forward, palm up. I drop a few thousand won into it.
Get the monthly deal.
Yeah.
Regular.
You know, you're the clerk now, and I'll be the two ladies. You be Bolt.
Okay. Not today, sorry.
He shrugs and returns his attention to this newspaper. Minso is the first to notice me. She waves an arm in my direction until Chang yanks her back to the seat. Actually, you narrate.
Okay.
Ow, mean! You're drawing too much attention our way. Remember, I have to avoid detection for the plan to work. Oh, right, sorry.
2 days in a row, you two put the hustle into hustling. Jesus.
Well, they have to make up for yesterday.
What do you mean? You didn't pay me.
Ah, fuck, I'm the ladies now, yes.
Oh, fuck.
We lost time. You should have beaten me with a rush build.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have taken that way better. Jet stares me down before finally beckoning me to join the nearby station. Need any help?
You wouldn't work as bait. Keep us company until we find our mark. I want to hear about life at the CHB house.
It was nothing special. Lots of Starcraft and little personal space.
But I'll bet it was still a lot of fun, right? Late nights practicing, preparing for Team League. I get so excited just thinking about it.
Sometimes, yeah, but it's real work. Just ask Che Young. But before she can, a scrawny middle schooler with a bowl-cut, jingles, golden zone fire's door open. Minso hurries to her feet, but Che Young throws a hand at her.
Not that one. Look. Behind him. Got it!
While Jet ducks out of view, I'm free to watch the familiar scene play out. As soon as he's paid for his PC, Minso approaches the newcomer and strikes up a conversation. Oh shit.
Oh my god, look at this tough
He's
guy.
wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah,
what
by the way,
try-hard.
this is also exactly what the developer Shindigs looks like. 100%.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Just like that?
No, hair combed over one, the tie that's only going like on the third button down on the shirt. It's really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. I'll be Shindigs.
I've never seen the 3-piece casual suit.
Yeah, there's so many pieces. Korean fashion meta is so advanced.
Pay to win.
You're Bolt. You're gonna be Bolt.
Oh, I already did it. I already said he's wearing a leather jacket. What a
try-hard.
try-hard.
I thought that was Lee speaking. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Who cares? We just need him to say yes. Even when someone turns Minso down, they almost always play StarCraft.
Not sure with this one. How's he supposed to see his resources in the top right with that hair in his face?
Oh, damn. You're being an ass.
I sink back in my chair. How is Jet, of all people, chiding my manners? She's the BM one, It's a
I want to see the
BM one.
codex for bad manner. A shorthand for poor sportsmanship or other types of rude behavior, refusing to GG, constructing unnecessary buildings in the opponent's base, and trash talking are all examples of BM.
Constructing unnecessary, but that's pretty funny, actually.
Huh.
That's good. Across the room, it looks like Minceo's got the wannabe punk on the hook. She trots off and picks a station separate from both us and the challenger. The expected follows shortly. Jet hosts a game under Minceo's handle and crushes the guy in less than 5 minutes. From across the room, I watch him fume at his station.
Yeah.
Victory in hand, Chaeyoung signals for Minceo to rise up and collect her winnings. Who's the bully now?
Serves him right for thinking of her as a free win. Hey, that hurts! Please let go!
Jesus.
We have music change, everyone. The music is different.
Yeah. No, this is dark.
What kind of trick did you pull on me? There's no way.
I look to find the challenger with Minceo's wrist in a vice and rise to intervene. The punk catches me striding toward him. After a size-up, he throws a sneer in my direction.
I get it. That was some kind of trick.
I'm only gonna ask you once.
Oh my god, look at this tough guy writing. Oh my god, there was a hydralisk noise.
But I don't get to ask once. Chaeyoung flies past me, teeth bared and eyes alight with whacks a keyboard over his head.
Oh
Keycaps
my God.
scatter across the floor, and he staggers away, dazed. In the chaos, Minceo retreats away from him and finds at my side.
Oh.
Punk doesn't seem seriously injured, though, judging by the way Jet's holding the now crooked keyboard, it's not too late for that to still happen.
Yeah, get him, Jet.
What the hell is wrong with you? You're crazy. My clan won't let you get away with this.
Oh, this is so good. He blinks through his pain, unable to make out exactly who had attacked him.
Come on, are you gonna do something about it? Just let him go. It was only 10,000 won. $10. $10.
Yeah. I look across the room to see the clerk on his feet, searching out the chaos. We need to end this quick. Let him walk, Chaeyoung. We're kind of a tool.
All right, I want to narrate. I want to do it. Jet tosses the keyboard aside without taking her eyes off of him. The guy, still seeing stars, points vaguely in Jet's direction.
Whoever you are, you'll regret this. Just you wait.
When Chaeyoung fails to react, the guy stumbles and stops for the exit. It's only once he's out of sight that Chaeyoung heaves a sigh of relief and turns to Minso. You good? I shouldn't have smiled so much when I came up to him. He must have thought I was making fun of him. It's not your fault. All right, Lee, you want to cover the ladies now?
Maybe we shouldn't do this anymore.
Oh, that was the line of dialogue. I was like, what?
Right.
You don't like switching? What do you mean? Like, do you want to just like read quietly to ourselves? Like, Jesus, what's with the fucking attitude, Lee? It's a show. You signed up for this.
Don't forget our Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Don't forget our esports stream.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh my god. Wait, it's okay. I'm fine with it, really. I'm living in the past until I put this behind me. It's time we stop hustling and move on to something else.
Damn.
That's not... I mean, we're still going to... Correct. If not this, then why else would you hang out with me? Anime faces.
Why not learn StarCraft? That's what you really want, right?
Why not learn StarCraft? What? That's like the last thing our character would say.
Why not learn nuclear physics? Minso blinks once and walks heel to toe on her school shoes.
Well, sure, maybe.
We'll teach you. Better use your time and hours. Her eyes flit from mine to Chaeyoung's to seek approval.
Sunghwan has the right idea. It's past time you had some real instruction. You're probably right, Chaeyoung. Okay, I'm into it. Inseo Kim, Starcraft Superstar. Do we start right now? Don't see why not. If you're finally getting serious, no more random select.
Yeah.
Good footnoting.
Yeah.
What race are you gonna play? Protoss, Terran, or Zerg?
It's gonna be Terran, because that's the way this works. We're the Protoss, Jess the Zerg,
Yeah. No,
and
but
Minso's gonna be the Terran. Well,
Terran. I mean, Terran's good, but isn't playing human always kind of like not as like mentally interesting?
oh, because you are human for so much of your day that if you
Yeah.
play as a human,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what's the
exactly.
point? You may as well just go to a grocery store and do other
Yeah.
human things there, right?
Yeah.
That is true.
I think Zerg has best flavor.
Yeah, that good flavor text on the Zerg cards for sure.
That's right. I like all the races, but I have to pick one, don't I? My favorite progamer is Terran.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
Jet is a Zerg. And Bolt is a Protoss. Yeah.
I am so good at this shit. You can always switch. Start with the race you think you'll have the most fun with. Minso sways lazily, evidently debating the merits of each in her head.
Okay, I pick Protoss. They look the coolest.
Oh my god, Shindex pulled a fast one on me.
What is it with my juniors and Protoss? Ugh.
Hey, if she picks Zerg, you'd have to ZVZ with her. You should be thankful.
How's
I like that matchup. I don't know why everyone shits on that matchup.
ZVZ? True. But I want you to be the one to play her so I can watch. Oh, stop whenever you're ready. Also, pick Terran. Jeez.
Alright, I'm here. I need to get some good APM in this, okay? Let's start with some basic turn macro. We'll make a few vultures and siege tanks to launch an attack.
Oh.
Alright.
Do you really need that many factories?
Yeah.
Gah! I wasn't ready!
Oh my god, blew her up.
Welcome to Starcraft.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we do NR15 in the next game? What's that?
No rush 15. It means no one's allowed to attack until it's 15 minutes into the game. Except, you know, the thing that's funny about this is there's not actually a timer in StarCraft. So now that I'm an adult, I'm wondering, like, how did those games even work?
I don't know.
Huh. Alright.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, no rush 15. 15
Damn.
minutes before either of us are allowed to attack. People still do that? Should be either of us is, by the way. Either is not plural. Sorry. Sorry. Not sorry.
Patch incoming.
I have every right to refuse for the sake of better practice, but maybe it's better to let her try and have a little fun.
Uh-oh.
You can be him.
Sure, you got it. I'll play this slow and take a bunch of expansions. I'm sure that despite the space I've given her, I have little to fear.
Jesus.
And to the surprise of no one, Minso texts straight up to carriers and attacks when her 15 minutes are up. Let's see if I can defend this with 3 Goliaths. 1A, click. Boom! Done. Her failure to micro makes it a simple task.
Wait. How many carriers did she have?
1.
1. And you destroyed it with 3 Goliaths.
Single
because she didn't micro.
one. Oh,
But
yeah.
you can't, can you control those little guys, though, that the carriers shoot?
You cannot.
So,
You
there
have
you
to
go.
you have to do this weird thing where you have to be within a range of 8. It doesn't matter if you know how far that is, but you have to be within range 8, and when you click on something, then all the interceptors fly out. But they don't stop attacking the thing you've clicked on until you are more than range 12 away. So you sort of move forward, deploy the interceptors, and then you start turning around, but you can't pull too far away or otherwise the interceptors will stop attacking and fly back in. So you kind of have this little seesaw motion. Very glitchy and very skillful. Come on, that always works on Big Game Hunters. I'm sorry, that's you.
Big Game Hunters. Yeah. That always works in Big Game Hunters.
But she doesn't give up yet. Minso reinforces her paltry army and attacks again. Uh-oh. 1A. Click. 2A. Click. God, that's so fun to do. I fucking love that. I gotta play StarCraft over Christmas break.
I know, right? And you know what I might do? I might play some Brood War.
Yeah.
Never got into it. But, I mean, you know, it's like... I was in high school, I think, when Brood War came out, so it was target market.
Oh yeah.
So I have basic. I could destroy a noob. Basically, I think
Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah.
And the storyline's actually really good and super dark. It's great. It's great.
Oh yeah, it's like all like Arcturus Minsk or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like sexy Kerrigan. It's like you have as soon as you're a monster lady, you gotta have your built-in stiletto heels. It's just part of your chitin. Let's call it there. Good try, Minso. Oh.
Oh, I did click on one of them on accident. Fuck. How is this even possible? This cannot be the real. How do you even measure this? Like, what the heck is going on? This is garbage. I don't know if this. I think this is just JPEG. I don't even think it's calculating anything. I think they're just loading up a JPEG.
Yeah. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Not bad. You're about at the level I expected. So let's switch gears into some learning. Sunghua, how do you think you'd start teaching someone about Protoss versus Zerg?
Probably with openings. PvZ is easy to lose early on as the Protoss if you don't know what to do. The standard Protoss opening against Zerg is Forge Fast Expand. That means your first buildings are a pylon, a forge, and then a nexus. Using the forge to wall off the front and covering the wall with cannons makes it easy to defend your expansion. We do this because, on most maps, Zerglings are hard to defend against without a wall. Oh my god.
I'm learning.
This just makes me so happy, because this is correct. This is how this works. Oh god, this is so great. You know about +1 weapons, right? The upgrade that almost every Protoss player gets for Zerg? It's time for everyone's favorite statistic. This is the statistic. Okay? This is the one. Get ready. I already know what Bolt's gonna say. Here we go.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, sorry, that's you. Gotta stop switching these roles.
You need a forge to upgrade +1 weapons. Yeah, you do.
Right. So why do you think that's so important against Zerg? Lee, do you know why it's so important against Zerg?
It's gonna be something about like it takes 2 hits to kill them instead of 3, and so then you win. Something like that.
No, it's
something
literally
like that.
It's 2 hits to kill a Zergling instead of 3. That's it. Lee, you are on your way to.
Yeah.
You and Minso right there.
Well, I didn't know it was. It's because you need a forge to make cannons, so you might as well upgrade +1 weapons anyway. No.
Here's a hint. How many hits does it take for a Zealot to kill a Zergling?
2? I think it's 2. You'd be wrong.
Doesn't surprise me that you'd think that. Normally it's 3, but with the +1 attack, it's 2.
Yeah.
Zealots normally deal 16 per attack. With +1 weapons, they deal 18. And since Zerglings have only 35 hit points.
Ergo. Oh, that makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Dude, look at how much she loves learning. She's so into learning.
Yeah.
So not only does the Forge let you build cannons to defend an early expansion, it also gives you a powerful option to deal with Zerglings.
Yes. Okay, I understand all the stuff you're talking about. But then how come I never see Protoss just make a bunch of Zealots against the Zerg and win? Probably because by then the Zerg has Hydralisks?
I actually...
Am I wrong?
I really hope so much that this is actually a 35-hour-long conversation that just teaches you the basics of Protoss vs. Zerg.
Yeah.
And then, like, as we walk away, we, the viewer, understand the matchup. Minso understands the matchup. And the character Bolt just goes back into his Goshiwan. His tears well up in his eyes. And he's like, what did I even do today? It's just really dark. The simple answer is because Zergs know how to beat that already. The full answer is a little complicated. You know about the term metagame, right?
Metagame.
A term meaning beyond the game.
Game.
Refers
to any planning, preparation, or maneuvering that a player does outside the actual gameplay to gain an advantage. Examples include exploiting strategic trends or attacking a player's unique weaknesses. Yeah. Or in Magic, buying cards.
It means, can you afford to buy what you hope other people will bring to the tournament?
So I learned something fascinating about Magic the Gathering. And you probably know this already, but my friend brought it to my attention. Because Magic is famously, like, you kind of have to pay to compete, right? To an extent.
Not anymore now that there's MTGA, man.
Oh, yes.
Lordy.
I'm talking about physical. The thing that makes it so wonderful, which is physical collection, also makes it
Terrible.
It has meta problems.
Sure.
But what I love is this: the cost of a pack. I love the fact that whether or not it's economical to open the packs you have, to like purchase a pack and open it, depends on how many cards are in the wild, because the chance of getting your money back from a rare determines whether people open more packs. But the fewer packs are opened, the more rare cards are worth.
Yeah.
So it's fucking, I don't know. You couldn't
kind of, because if the player base is proportional to the amount of cards out there, then the demand should be equal to the supply, or the demand and supply would be invariant to that amount of openings. So.
Yes. So what I want to know is this.
Yeah.
I would love to play Magic such that I'm trying to win as much as I can with a deck that costs the least.
You should play Magic the Gathering Arena, dude. I already told you this. You gotta play MTGA.
I know, I think I will.
It's so good.
But yes, and I'm yes-anding that. I have thousands of cards, and I love my cards. I love my paper. I want my want my cards.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
All right, I wanna see how Bolt explains why you can't just Zealot Slam a Zerg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard the commentators use it all the time. I don't totally get it, but I know it's something that's evolved over the years based on past strategies. Well, that's 90%, right?
The most dominant player, strategies, and map pool determines the meta. A while ago, when Protoss used +1 weapon zealot attacks to score easy wins, Zerg had to figure out a way to deal with it.
Modern Zerg builds can all survive a +1 zealot attack. That wasn't always the case. The answers Zergs found to the dominant Protoss strategy that could also handle most other builds became standard. Oh, wait. Hey, I want to mention something. Speaking of metagame, did I ever tell you about RoboWar on Mac?
No.
It was this game in the 90s. It was made by someone, I think, at MIT. It's a programming thing. It's this little thing where it's just very simple.
I know this. Yeah.
And you're programming these little guys. It actually looks like the simplest RTS in the world. It's just a little, each robot's a little icon. But that had fascinating meta because they had tournaments. To play the tournament, though, you had to you had to mail them a floppy disk with your robot on it.
Yeah.
But over the years, there was this point where they thought the game was broken because these robots would always win. They were the ones that went to the corners and dodged every bullet until there was only one other robot in play, and they would use mathematics to run up to that robot incredibly fast and hit it with one missile with all of their energy to kill it. And if they missed with the missile, the robot, they would be in negative thousands of energy because for some reason you could go to negative energy. I think those are called rushers. And then
my God, that's
a
so
year
good.
later, there was anti-rusher defense. People were like, you have to ban rushers. You have to ban rushers. And then people were like, no, I've come up with an anti-rusher. And it's okay. It's just so good. I don't know.
God damn, I gotta watch some RoboWar content tonight.
There was a RoboWar robot named Enema that used this outdated ability. You could normally move by setting your speed values, right? But there's also an outdated ability called Move X or Move Y that would just teleport you that many pixels. So he would get next to you, and then he would Move X or Move Y into you and put up his shields, and then the collision from you being inside each other would blow up the enemy.
Yes!
It's fucking good. It's a pretty good game.
God damn, that is amazing. That is so good. Alright, okay, holy shit. I gotta look at RoboWar map. Okay, to give another example, right when StarCraft first came out, a Zergling Rush always crushed normal Protoss and Terran builds. Both races had to figure out standard strategy to deal with a 4-pool, the famous Zerg Rush, without crippling themselves in a longer game.
So playing standard is like playing at the center of a tennis court. You might not deal with someone as easily if you've been in the right spot, but you can get every ball if you work hard. That's a funny way to think about it. And as pros develop the metagame, we're getting closer and closer to the truth of where the center of that court actually is. It's the science of StarCraft.
Yeah.
Ah, I feel so left behind. Why didn't I start playing StarCraft last year?
Chang and I follow up the practice session with a few matches of our own for Minso's benefit. She hovers behind us, watching both screens and asking whatever questions that come to mind.
Hey.
Oh my
Jet.
god, yeah!
Jet, how come you keep that Overlord in the group with all your Mutalisks? Is it because it's a detector? Oh.
Ah, yeah,
I have to do it if I want to stack my mutas.
It's a glitch to stack the mutas. It's really... I love this
Really?
so much.
No.
Yeah, I mean, the basic
Seriously?
rule is that if your units are in a small enough box, and let's say they're in a triangle formation, if you click move, it wants you to move in that triangular formation, so it actually holds formation. Now, if you imagine if those units were really far spread out, like multiple screens away, if you click somewhere, you wouldn't want that large triangle moving. So what Blizzard did is they said if you're far enough away, then everyone just tries to go cluster at the point where you clicked. And so this was called the magic box. There's an invisible box that if you were within the box, you'd keep formation, and if you were outside of the box, you'd cluster. So if you select an Overlord, which is the slowest Zerg unit, it's all the way back in your base, and your Mutalisks are here. So the tech looks at that and goes, oh, everything's spread out. Cluster everything at the point. So this will force your Mutalisks to stack together very, very tightly.
So you're not... The Overlord's not actually there. The Overlord's back at the base, moving really slow.
Gradually making its way across the map, which is a weakness that you can exploit by, like, knowing that there's an Overlord marching to its doom somewhere. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that's how you get them all clumped up? That's weird. Is it a glitch? Well, I guess so. I don't really think of it as one. There's a ton of quirks like that in StarCraft. Patrol Micro, for one.
Wow.
It lets us make a moving shot with certain units that have an otherwise useless button.
Those quirks are part of what makes StarCraft special. There's no way the developers intended for us to play it the way we do. Without Korea, StarCraft wouldn't have been recognized as a deep and rewarding competitive game, especially 10 years later. And don't even get me started on the importance of Korean-made maps to keep the game balanced. Foreigners are a non-factor as far as I'm concerned, even if they did develop the game. Yeah, no.
That's... Wow.
That's foreigners are chumps. Yeah.
Hello? Aren't you forgetting someone?
One win against many. That's nothing for non-Koreans to brag about.
Jeez. Don't listen to Sunghwan. We simply took it further than it was meant to go, with no sign of stopping, might I add.
How can you possibly disagree? It's indisputable that we have the best players in the best leagues.
Someone else would have found the Mutalisk stacking thing if a Korean hadn't. Don't think that StarCraft belongs to...
Chang's train of thought screeches to a halt when I ambush her Mutalisk flock with Corsairs. We call the practice session after Jet claws her way back to an admittedly impressive comeback so that Minso can get to cram school on time. Dude, my cat is meowing so hard at this door, man. This poor cat.
Oh,
she wants to go
thanks,
on a
you
walk.
guys. I'm really excited to practice tonight after I finish my schoolwork. Calling it practice already? Try to treat it like a game while you still can. So it was like, huh, you're calling it practice already.
Yeah.
Try treating it like I thought she was like, you calling practice already?
Yeah, like you're ending it, or what are you calling it?
Yeah. Spending time with two pro gamers is rubbing off on me, I guess. I'm not... Never mind. See you, Minso.
Take it easy. I offer a lazy salute as she heads off.
A lazy salute.
Leaving me to contend with Cheong and her scowl on my team.
How can you be such a KPGA shill? Especially after CHB Renown cut you. Oh.
I'm only stating facts.
Facts.
Cheong steps forward and strikes a pose reminiscent of old propaganda posters.
I am Sunghwan Lee. The Republic of Korea is the greatest country in the world, especially at StarCraft. Never underestimate Korea again. There you go.
A shame you never gave any ceremonies. A ceremony is basically when you win and you do a little, dance. An intense celebration for players' own victory. Some believe that ceremonies are bad-mannered towards the loser, while others believe they create excitement and entertainment in the scene.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shame you'll cry when I chop you. What?
What's with the sudden faith in foreigners?
I know, right? Not sudden, and it has nothing to do with faith. It's about respect. Everyone in this profession deserves that much. And drop the Martyr Act. I'm sure KPGA bureaucracy was part of why you're off CHP Renown. Oh. I knew it.
I'm not saying anything like that, but they cut me ahead of others that I know contribute less. Whew.
Is someone important off?
Not that I know of. I was Locke's practice partner all through his XSL run.
Consider me shame about the finals, though.
Oof, sounds like he choked.
Why didn't Locke stick up for you? I doubt he'll find a better practice partner. Aww. Aww.
I glance away and rub the back of my head. If only I had the answer to that question.
Do you want to go for a walk?
Oh, this is where it begins in the K-dramas. I've watched K-dramas before. Uh-oh.
Change?
What?
Music change?
Yeah, no, the music changed.
Walk
Listen,
music?
in K-dramas, like, if suddenly I need to change a light bulb or something, I'm going to be on that ladder adjusting, I'm going to trip, and I'm going to accidentally land on oh, whoops, I kissed you. Oh, no. Dude, there is always the I tripped over a rusty bucket and accidentally fell into your arms and kissed you. This is such the trope. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
I think we should just practice.
God damn it, this guy.
Yeah.
I think we should just practice.
I just want to grind. We will later, she says. Yeah.
Later. You'll see where we're going.
Dude, can you hear this cat meowing? Slowly but surely I start to recognize the sound of our shoes against the concrete.
Wouldn't it be crowded?
I'm sorry, I'm Bolt, my bad.
Oh, likely.
We turn into an outdoor shopping mall with real estate signs littering every patch of grass and come to a stop before a gutted storefront. And I thought cram schools were on the rise.
Try to remember how terribly this place was managed. We're lucky that it was.
Jet starts forward, ducking under some yellow tape to test the door. Bold, but I don't think... It yields to her pull, and with a mischievous look back, she steps inside. Not to be left behind, I follow Jet's lead and quickly find myself shoulder to shoulder with her.
Whoa.
Might as well have spent our nights here on Starcraft instead, at least in your case.
Just mine? What's going on here? Oh!
Oh my god, we made it back to the title screen, yes. We turn into an empty room, its carpet floor stripped bare into pieces. Jet breaks from my side and strides to the center, hands on her hips.
Every night I spent in this room scared me. Where are we? Classroom? When something didn't make sense, or when I got a bad grade, I prayed for a day when I could make my own path.
You did.
I did. You did too. And we both failed.
Shit.
Damn.
Silence. Chae-Young's smile is there, but there's nothing behind it.
I can't stop thinking what if. It's practically all I can think about these days. You act tough, but I know you feel the same way. You're behind. All for some stupid esports dream.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so esports sad and tragic.
Yeah.
Why is my stupid... sorry, my chair got all locked up. We're behind, all for some stupid esports dream. Oh. But you wouldn't take it back.
Not for the world. I was ready to. Then you had to show up.
That's not true. You've been hiding.
Trust me, I've been trying to convince myself not to repeat my mistakes. Can you spend another year this way and call yourself happy?
Only one person gets to win a Star League. Do 31 others go home unhappy?
Yes. That's the world we live in. You're incredibly lucky to only know that because of Starcraft.
Oh.
I can't just show good games for the rest of my life. Wait, I can't just show good games for the rest of my life and be satisfied. See what she's talking about.
But you'll try again anyways.
Like, my first thought was Twitch. Like, that she had a Twitch channel. She's
right.
Showing good games. I will, because I want this, and I still believe I can make it work.
Make it work. She extends a hand, her eyes veiled behind her bangs. I reach to renew our pact with a shake.
Snake!
To us, future champions.
To this esports dream.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Wow, we did make it.
I assume this is where
Back
the
to
game
the
actually
title.
begins.
Yeah, that was
it's
all
perfect.
a cold open.
Alright, hold on. I gotta save it right now. We're gonna save it in slot 9. Do I just click
There's
like this?
autosaves. Yeah. How's your
Let's see.
APM?
All right, nice. All right, that is literally. I mean, we're just about on time, but I mean, we have to stop when we get back to the title screen. Excuse me. Like
Title screen.
Dude, the nostalgia is literally like if I. You know how you squeeze olives to make olive oil? Like, you could get some extra virgin day 9 nostalgia oil. Like, just press me once, fill up the glass jar. You like it's so good, man. Yeah.
Extra virgin day 9 nostalgia oil.
God, that's so good. It's, oh my God. Like, this, I mean, this is like my childhood straight up, man.
Wow.
Oh my.
It's crazy
my
that you grew up with Brood War, because I was already, Brood War was like late in the game for me.
Yeah.
For me, it was Warcraft 2.
Damn.
I was
Work complete. Like, yeah, no, I mean the yes, my lord. Okay.
Yes, my lord. Okay. Scuba. Loktar.
Yeah, I mean, what I actually played Warcraft 2 multiplayer when I was in 6th grade with our neighbor Danny. We would do the thing where we'd call Danny's house through. We'd literally just like, you'd be in the game and you'd just call them through the game and it would connect to their game, right? Yeah. It was like jank. And if mom picked up the phone, that was it. We were just, the game was done. It was so good.
It was pretty incredibly crazy because Warcraft, the original Warcraft was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. And then the Warcraft 2 was like, oh, you can play multiplayer. And it's like, holy shit. Are you telling me 2 people are going to be playing an RTS at the same time?
So good.
Yeah.
So good. And I want to give a shout out to Shindigs, who's in the chat. Shindigs actually provided me with some codes for this game. We're definitely going to be playing this again next week, hopefully with Shambo here. I don't know if Shambo's in the middle of finals crunch as a university professor, but
I don't know.
There may or may not be a Shambo. Maybe it's just me, but we'll be taking some of those keys and giving them away in chats. That way you can play through the game and relive your esports dream.
Yeah.
I didn't use one of the keys. I bought the game, Tim. You deserve the damn money. Let's get Tim those monies.
Pucks.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great little game. Oh yeah, Sean's in chat, and Sean's going to be there next week, and I almost stabbed myself in the face. I shouldn't do that.
Good dreaming. It's been good dreaming with you.
God, that was so nostalgic. Oh my God, it's so perfect. Oh.
And I'm actually learning. I'm going to learn some esports.
Yeah, maybe everyone will be inspired to play Brood War. They'll hop on and play 10 games and be like, fuck, this game's impossible. God damn it. Like, God! It's just, why can I only select 12 units? Oh, like, and every worker has to be sent to mine individually. God!
Yeah. That is the thing. I do enjoy little guys, little babies that have some smarts, some intelligence.
Oh, if you like watching some smart babies, I recommend Surviving Mars. It's a really nice little simulation game.
Oh damn!
My cat is meowing like she's getting sawed in half. She's
Meowsers.
Go on a walk, so I'm gonna have to take her on a walk because I love her and I'm a good cat dad.
Toy. All right.
Well, Lee, that was a pleasure. I'm gonna wave to you, Lee.
That was great.
Bye, Lee. Hey,
don't
everyone.
Forget our esports, Lee.
Don't forget our Lee Sports stream.
Lee
Sports stream. Hey, take care, everyone. We'll see you next week. It's the final. Show of the year. And
before
my breakeroni. And yes, you're correct, Lee. I will be continuously squeezed. It won't be the extra virgin squeeze of the oil. This is the second squeeze. This is just the mostly virgin olive oil, nostalgia oil. All right, bye everyone.
Postly virgin.